test beforehand. You don't need to pay attention to this.
That's
Oh God.
We're on.
Audiences.
Testing.
Ah! Testing. One,
Just
two,
say testing. No, just don't
three.
explain.
Perfect timing. James has just joined. We've just started. Don't say a word. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Magical Tea Party, where we did all of the warm-up stuff just as Laura unmuted us for whatever godforsaken reason in comparison to when we could have done it before. We are on to the second episode at the moment. And the first one was a little calm. This one, I don't know where the party's going to go, so I guess we'll just find out along the way, because guys, Strahd is not very linear. Who knows? Maybe you guys are heading off to Barovia and then you're going to leave after 10 minutes. But that's where they're going. So we did all of our introductions to people last session. You got to meet everyone pretty much and learn generally who they were. And yeah, let's so first off, we have a break in the middle where you guys can talk to me with a bit of a chat delay, but other than that, you can talk to me. I'll be around for maybe 10 minutes or something, probably more because I ramble way too much. Maybe someone else as well, if that's a thing that we can do. I'm not sure, we'll find out. We have a lot of things that you can check out. There's a Discord in the description, there's a Patreon. I haven't updated the Patreon in a while. But there is also a link in the description for you to, for some godforsaken money, donate reason. For godforsaken reason, you can donate money to us. There we go, I'm there. I can monologue, but I strip up sometimes. But yeah, you can, and alerts will pop up on the screen, and if you subscribe, they'll pop up on the screen as well. Laura's very happy with those. But yeah, if you ever wanted to donate money to us for whatever reason, you can, and I will be eternally grateful. All of us will be eternally grateful, because that's you giving money to us, which is insane. Like, people have done it. Someone subscribe to my Patreon. Are you crazy? Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all I need to say. We don't really have to say much because we don't have sponsors and or announcements in comparison to most other shows.
Yet.
We're hopefully getting the big Jimmy Fallon sponsors in about a week. Yeah. Are we all ready to begin? James, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Good. Because James only just joined at 7, and we were like, but he's here. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Should we get started then, folks?
Yeah, let's do it.
I suppose we must.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, I'll do a bit more of a lengthy recap than I normally do for the sake of we have an audience. We were first introduced to the party session 1 with them just having entered the realm of Barovia. They quickly just walked across the nearest available path and found their way to the very drab, dreary, sad village of Barovia, where the public shunned them seemingly, and they had not a very warm reception. They met Zu'roth, a gigantic, quote-unquote, human who had just finished taking care of some business, and promptly after following him into a tavern had made a alliance with him because of their common goal, which was to escape Barovia and or destroy Strahd, whichever one comes first. After some interactions with the Vistani and the bartender, they'd met up with Baron Ismark, who they talked to for a bit about their fates in this place, and eventually that guided them towards the Vistani encampment, where there were a group of the traveller folk known as Vistani just camping around singing songs, which Theodard took a very big liking to. The rest of the party had had their fortunes told and were given some level of a direction of where to go, who to trust, and ultimately where their fate will take them. After resting, they headed back on the road, seemingly saw a hunted wolf and a few hunted people in the woods. And as they continued on, that is where we'll pick up with our session. We were in the middle of the party traveling from the encampment towards the village once again. And as we get to that, how long have we got on this journey? Only about 1.3 miles. So if there's like a 5-minute conversation anyone wanted to have, or like a 10-minute one, did anyone want to have one, or should we skip right on over?
I think we were talking last session about something, but I can't remember.
Easy to forget. Let's just head on straight on over, shall we, towards the village, as pretty still kind of early in the morning in comparison to whatever time can be made out in this generally grey weather that seems to be pervading the entirety of the realm. You enter once again, this time having the public not even out, with all of their windows and doors shut. You see a couple of civilians of this village stare at you as you walk by them in the streets. Where are you going and what are you doing, guys?
How long has it been roughly since we left from the last time?
I'd say maybe an hour or two. So not wait, since you arrived the last time, that would be like half a day.
Half a day, okay. Alright, so Ismark. We'll look for Ismark. I'll head to the tavern, I think.
So, like, as he starts heading off to the tavern, I'll go, didn't you point us in the direction of that large manor over there? Like, pointing down the street over to here.
Yes, I believe he might actually be there.
I think it'd be worth going over to there and maybe asking about his sister and all that.
Yes, we start there.
Yeah, we'll head on over to the manor.
Cool. As you begin to advance through the streets, again, people are very much shunning you. You see clouds overhanging, blocking any sort of sunlight that could ever escape. And eventually, you end up in front of a relatively large-looking mansion. It's weary and squats behind a rusting iron fence, and the iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the very light wind. You can see that there are weeds like sprawling up from the ground and all around the mansion as well. And the front door seems to have a few pretty old scratch marks on them from a larger beast, perhaps. You guys heading right on to the front door and giving it a good old knock, or what have you? Is there anything else?
I'm gonna check through the windows to see if anyone's in, if it looks like it's lived in.
Make a perception check real quick, just to see what you get, because most of it does not have light coming through it.
Oh, 14. Hold on, it's
Okay.
doing it the same way. Yeah.
Okay. As you peer in through some of the dark windows, you make out small frames of where the dull tones of the outside manage to breach into the inside. There are a couple of nicely furnished rooms, and one seems to be a kitchen, another seems to be a trophy room, perhaps. Nothing, no activity from within, as far as you can tell from just the front.
He does not look in. Maybe we should knock on door.
Well, I was going to say we should maybe knock on the door first, check if anyone is in.
Go ahead.
All right, then. Kind of give a quick knock.
Hold on! You hear from within the familiar voice of Ismark. Just getting some stuff ready. there's a couple of shuffles of furniture, and there's the sound of him like fixing some armor to himself, as eventually, after about 20-30 seconds, he unchains the door from within, you hear, and then there's about 7 different sounds of as like 7 different locks are being opened. This takes a while, and eventually the last one is opened, and he opens the door with a creak. Hey.
Sir. Right, so we came here for a few purposes. If you don't mind, would we be able to come in and talk to you for a brief moment?
Yeah, of course. Make yourself at home. He brushes back the somewhat messy, long white hair that he has and tries to straighten it a little bit as he ushers you in. The interior of this mansion is well furnished, yet you can see that the fixtures show signs of a lot of wear. You can see that there's like a lot of different rooms leading to a lot of different places, a massive chandelier in the main hall that you're currently introduced to. Please, make yourself at home. This is as homey as a place is gonna get. What can I do for you? He sits down on a relatively nicely cushioned seat.
Old lady, the seer, she say you are supposed to help us defeat Strahd.
Ah. He like ponders on that for a moment, looks down at the floor. I don't trust Vistani, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently you are the brother of the Devil's Bride. Yes, whatever that means.
Thanks on that. I was. Yeah, I was. Long story. Yeah.
Well, would you mind explaining it to us? Because we're actually looking for her as well. A few reasons for that, but you know, just a quick sort of trying to find her kind of thing.
Yeah. If you're willing to listen, this is gonna take a while.
Well, I suppose we've got a fair bit of time ahead of us, so sure, why not?
So there was we've been like this for I don't know, as long as my father's father could tell me. And this place has been cursed for a long time. Generally, people in Barovia don't leave once they die. Their souls get trapped and then passed on to whoever's next. And that caused a big problem when Strahd's old fling, if you will, from back when he was still a human, was reincarnated, I believe at least, in the form of my late sister. Follow me?
Oh, right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
It was 20 years ago. It's fine. I long past it. She didn't even. That will come to that. She had endured, ever since Strahd found out, a long life of assault. The house is so banged up because of it, and no one's willing to fix it. And it got to the point where it was almost time. And then a group of people who were Strahd's next victims had accepted my request to take her to Valaki. I regret that fucking immensely, but it happened. And from there was a long string of trying to keep her safe. she got kidnapped once or twice, and eventually, I still don't fully know how it happened. It was never properly explained to me, but Irina, she managed to escape, and the way they sounded it made it seem like she had died, but in a different way. I couldn't really tell you more than that, but that's generally how that stuff happened. So I guess I am kind of the devil's bride. He like shrugs.
Right. Okay. That's strange then. Him asking us to fetch her. The whole reincarnation thing, is it a thing that happens immediately?
No, it's variable from what I've read and heard. It can be from 10 years to 1,000. It just depends. And yeah, it took a while before Strahd's previous woman got brought back.
Right.
So
Well,
maybe she is back again.
well, I was
Somebody
thinking
else have
that,
her
but
soul.
the thing is with that, I mean, the only issue is that, you know, it's from, like you said, you know, 10 to thousands of years. So there's a chance that there's an even greater chance that it hasn't happened yet. And he just wants us to look out for the individual who it might be.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Regardless, though,
It doesn't happen quickly.
we do have another quick question, if you don't mind. We found this letter, and we're not quite sure what it is. Do you have it? Who has it? Do I have it? Do you have it? Trent?
I'll have it, yeah. I'll hand over the letter to give to Ismark.
Hail thee of might and valor. Honor and despair. Okay, this is an old one. This is from my late father. Interesting. The I think the old group had the exact same letter. Why did kind of reads over it a bit more?
Where did you find letter?
Well, we found it just on a body in the middle of the forest.
Near where you entered?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe is to trap people into looking for a way in, or to lower their, I don't know, their guard, maybe.
So maybe not focus on the letter so much and more focus on everything else.
Well, Devil's Bride is dead. What else do we have?
Not a whole lot, really.
We need
I
this
mean-
man. This man is to help us in battle with Strahd.
Why?
This is what the seer lady said.
Huh.
We will be able to call upon you when we finally fight Strahd.
I don't know. That didn't work the last time. I rather put effort into making sure that this place is well and that the people are happy and the like.
This place will never be well. This place will never be happy with Strahd here. He must be defeated.
He's like looking down at the floor left and right, not really making too much eye contact with anyone really. I don't know. No. I don't think that's my stake. That's not what I should do. And frankly,
Well, maybe
I
you
don't
have
believe
to
the
change.
crone.
we will not be trying to destroy Strahd yet. We need power. We need strength. You have time to change
Well,
mind.
may you find the last guys that did it in hope.
Well,
only
they
hope.
are still alive.
Probably. One of them had died on the way to trying to, figure out how to stop the vampire. Should still be. Most of them left. I think one's still around. Haven't seen him in years, though.
Do you know where we might
May-
find him?
No, I couldn't tell you. All that I know is that they were once a massive figurehead in Vallaki, and then they just kind of disappeared after a while. Their plan was genius. They'd trapped Strahd in his own castle for years until eventually he got out. I admire that man.
Maybe destroying the castle will slow Strahd down.
That's.
Hmm.
I think arson's a big step to make. Blowing up an entire castle. That's a feat and a half. But
We
I think-
defeat Strahd. We have time to destroy castle.
why? Maybe, but also it's destroying an entire castle. That's going to take us a very long while, and I think not a lot of people are going to be very happy about that. I'd imagine. I mean, granted, the guy's a bit of an arsehole from the looks of it, but I mean, it's also like blowing up an entire fucking castle.
That's out of the question for now.
We can put question mark on it. We'll
We'll-
come
we'll-
back
we'll-
to
we'll put-
this planet later date.
To be honest, we'll put a pin on blowing up an entire castle.
We also have more clues from the seer.
Right.
I was
What are they?
hoping maybe one of them you may be able to help me with.
I
I've heard of
know this
amber
place well,
doors,
sure.
but I not know where they are.
Amber doors. Thinks on it for a moment. That's probably, don't take any of this as the word of the Morning Lord, but there's a place called the Amber Temple. No one I know apart from maybe that group, they didn't really say, had gone in. I don't know what I could tell you about that place, but it's in the far southern mountains.
That is our only clue that gives any detail of location.
Well, did she tell us anything else, though? You might be able to help us out with that. I wasn't there for it, so I don't really know.
For a holy symbol in a dragon's house.
Okay. Thinks on that for a moment. Like rubs hit 2 fingers on his temple to think. That would probably be Argynvostolt. It's a manor on a hill, somewhat near Vallaki. I wouldn't recommend going there at all. People know what's in there. There's
What
some very
is-
angry people that you don't want to see.
Other
I
than
mean,
that,
that
there
sounds a bit
was-
enticing, if you ask me.
We have
Don't-
yet to prove battle. We should not get too ahead of ourselves yet. Also, there is a pool of the white sun, or something similar to that.
Doesn't ring a
That's it.
bell. Maybe Sarpool or the river to the north of Vallaki. I don't know.
I think we stick with amber doors for now.
Don't run into anything, okay? Don't feel like that you have to go and jump at the first opportunity to get everything you need to kill the vampire. Right now, places need help. You could help out with
Uh,
that.
I'm well
Start
aware
small.
of this. I've tried to help out in Barovia. Maybe Valaki would be the next best place to help.
I think, there's a lot of interest in Valaki, so maybe if we head on over today, or we'll find a few more answers, maybe.
You wanted to go there before the seer, to look
Well, yeah.
for.
There's a lot going on in Valaki by the sounds of it, so you can go over there and stick our stake in the door.
As
That
to say,
seems like a plan.
Trent, is this
It's
plan
as good as
you
plan as
make
we've
it?
got in a minute.
Then we head to Valaki. We try to help out. Maybe we can gain some followers in destroying Strahd.
Good luck.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Ismark. It was very useful.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Of course.
I can't carry a huge coffin on my own, and I happen to have one in the house that's been sitting around for a while. I was thinking maybe one or two of you could help me carry it over to Father Donovich in the House of the Morning Lord up top of town.
This seems like easy task. Where is coffin?
Come with me. He gets up very hesitantly, like he has to take a breather and then get up like maybe 5 minutes afterwards, breathing in and out. He takes you all to a dining room that's lavishly decorated, but as usual in this room, a lot of wear and tear. There's a couple of draperies that have been torn down or have just rotted a little bit. There also seems to be propped, kind of not propped, but just pushed to the side corner of this room, a relatively large wooden coffin. It's got a bit of it looks quite nice and well kept, and you imagine not that old. This
It doesn't look too heavy. And I'll try and pick it up.
okay. Ismark does help you because that was kind of part of it, and both of you and him are both very strong people, but so just managed to heave it over your heads. But it's still pretty heavy even for the both of you as coffins.
This is actually heavier than I
Yeah.
thought. Who is this
Yeah.
for? Anyone you know?
Yeah, someone I know. Should we get going?
Yes, if you would like to lead the way.
Come with me. Like with a couple of people helping with opening doors for the two and the Zu'roth and Ismark begin to move with the coffin over towards the house of the Morning Lord, as it was called. As you begin to walk, you notice that the public aren't even staring anymore. They have retreated into their houses. There is no one on the streets to look at as you continue onwards. Ismark tells you guys, yeah, this happens. They don't like me so much. I'm trying.
How
If
you
come
don't
they
mind
do not
me.
like you?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that your
What he
question?
said. What he said.
Well, I guess I don't know. I'm just not. I'm fine. I think They won't even tell me. Frankly, I couldn't tell you.
It's because you have a semblance of personality, as opposed to everyone else who
I
is probably soulless.
it I don't want to say jealousy, but that might be a component.
Nah, I totally get that.
If you don't
Yeah.
mind my asking, Mr. Ismark. Who's in the box?
My wife.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Was it relatively recent?
Yeah, it was.
Well,
Did she go peacefully?
No. Heart attack. I have a hunch it's not a coincidence either.
Why? What do you think happened?
I made Strahd mad. I tried to start a new family. He didn't like it, so here we are.
So you think Strahd had a thing to do with wife's death?
I'm the brother of his late quote unquote bride, and we killed him, and I led the charge. I don't think he likes me, in case you can't tell.
Well, if it is of any consolation, you are okay.
It isn't, but thank you. That doesn't work on me anymore. Come
Then
on.
try to keep your soul. Do not let this destroy who you are.
I haven't. I've just accepted it. I'll live with it, it's fine. Well, I'll get to live to see another day if I just let him do what he has to do. He's got more strong since the last time as well, so I wouldn't bet anything on it, trying to fight back.
We will eventually change your mind. I'm sure of it.
Again,
We will defeat Strahd. We must defeat Strahd.
good luck.
That
For
is
now,
all.
thanks for taking Leia.
It is okay.
Okay.
If you need anything else, then we are here to help.
He just nods solemnly and continues as eventually at about that time, you guys approach atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports this building. Stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of everything evil for centuries on end, and it's worn and weary. There's a bell tower rising towards the back, and there is flickering light, which is weird for this village, shining through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters seem to strain quite feebly as well. You see that the heavy wooden doors of this church are covered with claw marks and absolutely scarred by fire. Definitely a lot of assault has been taken. This is kind of the front area of it, because this module gives me a map, so I'm going to use it. This is the front door as well. So as everyone kind of makes their way up to this front door, it's pushed open to reveal the interior. It reveals a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hallway leading into a full-on, brightly lit chapel, which brings everyone a little bit of hope for this awful place. It's relatively unlit and reeks of a bit of mildew, but other than that, it's promising. You can see that, however, the chapel is strewn with debris, and there is a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. You guys do.
Should we lead with Coffin?
Yeah.
You take lead.
He knows me. You see me. As you, Zu'roth with Ismark following forward, go into the center. Ismark enters wordless until he gets to around this point. Father, the priest turns around and stops his whispered, muttered prayer. Oh, yes. He's a bit erratic overall. You see that he kind of stands up and twitches his hands a little bit and shakes them. Relatively older looking gentleman, a bit balding, but does wear some quite ceremonial robes that have seen a bit of wear and tear, that have symbology of the sun all over it. This is the fellow in question. He's looking down and up and left and right constantly. Ismark replies, we have Leia. And he just nods silently over and over. Yes, yes, of course. Ismark then lays the coffin fully down. You can leave from here if you want. Thank you, as he turns towards everyone else.
Why is this priest so nervous? He is in his place of God.
No. No. Not nervous, of course. I'm just not doing so well, is all, as everyone else here is. I apologize if I seem standoffish.
What is wrong with you? Maybe we can help.
Well, that's quite blunt, isn't it? That's very blunt.
Yes. I am not big on talking.
Well, I don't care to share. I apologize. I will perform these rites. You do not need to worry, folks. You can leave her in my capable hands, guided by our great Morning Lord.
Can I make an insight check on him?
Yes, of course. Go ahead. What's everyone
Never mind.
else doing at this point?
6.
Kind of what's their attitudes towards the situation? Where are they, etc.?
Theodard's kind of like just stood behind Trent, just sort of like hoping to get out.
Trent's going to move up next to Zu'roth and say, "Morning, Father. Now, I've been around a bit and I can tell something's wrong. If something's wrong, we can maybe help."
Well, sir, it's simply just a thing you can't help. So, we shall leave it, and I will live with what's happening. You don't need to help me. It is fine. I will get this sorted for you. I guarantee everything will be all well and good.
Yeah, let's listen to the man, guys. Let's get out of here, maybe.
If you do not want help, then we cannot force it upon him. Just remember that we offered.
He nods feverishly, and then, like, there's this immediate wince on his face as from below the floorboards of this chamber comes rupturing out a horrid, distorted scream of probably a person, but it sounded a little distorted.
What was that?
None. Nothing.
Man, he said nothing. Let's get out of here.
Little man, you are acting very scared.
I am. There's something very terrifying in there that I have to deal with. So you can go along.
You do not have to deal with this. We can deal with this.
No, you can't. No one can. Thank you.
I would
Good day, please.
beg to differ. I'm gonna
Good
look
day,
for I'm
please.
gonna look for like a door to go downstairs.
So there are 4 doors flanking the hallway that you entered. Make a perception check just to determine the direction, I suppose.
15.
Okay. You deduce that it was most probably coming from this door here.
Okay, I thank you for your forthcomingness. I'm gonna turn to walk out. I'm just gonna say to Trent on the way out, that door there, that is where the noise came from. Should we investigate?
I most definitely.
I'm just gonna walk straight into the room, or at least attempt to.
Okay. So, well, let me fully check if you can. Yeah, you can. So you walk over towards the creaky wooden door, swing it open. It reveals you can see what's in there, right? Explorer mode is still a bit whack.
Yeah, I can see it. It's a locked door.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. You hear once more that terrible scream come out, and then it's followed by like a second of silence, and then, Father, I hunger.
Theodard like
Oh.
immediately runs over to Zu'roth and grabs him and goes like, "All right, okay, I think we've overstayed our welcome. Thank you, Father, for taking care of us. We're gonna get out now, please."
No. You
Zu'roth,
cannot.
Zu'roth, let's go.
I
Begins
do
to
not
walk.
believe we should go. There is a soul that needs to be saved.
Excuse
Zu'roth,
me. No.
you
can't.
We've overstayed our welcome. Let's
Nope.
go.
No. You cannot. Simply. Just don't. Please.
I'm gonna walk in the room over to the thing.
He tries to grapple you.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna try grappling.
Oh no!
Okay. So make probably an
16.
athletics check to escape it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Donovich got an 11, so he tries to grab forward towards you and you slip through his withered
Natural
fingers. But I guess
20.
Theodard manages to grab your arm and just pull you
like-
down for
I
a moment.
grab him by the leg and I'm like, "Please, all right. I don't want to deal with whatever's in there. All right, let's just get the fuck out."
You should not be scared of the things you cannot see. We should
But it's like-
definitely take a look.
But it's like
If-
probably like, I don't know, something weird. I don't like it. Let's just get.
You
It's
are the
probably something weird.
Exactly.
You are the one that wanted to help Strahd. Why do you not want to help someone that is probably in a lot of pain?
Because it's
Trent,
like it's
Lanatu,
probably.
what do you
There's
say?
probably like a skeleton in there. All right. I don't want to deal with a skeleton right now.
If it is a skeleton,
Yes, a skeleton.
I do not believe that is a skeleton.
He said
Then
skeleton.
it's undead and it must die.
I believe
Yeah,
it is
fuck.
probably
What the-
a vampire spawn or something of the like. Therefore, we must save its soul,
I mean,
what little it has left.
if it's
What is it?
vampire, then
Donovich at this
maybe.
point takes an absolute sprint towards the altar in the center and just gets on his knees and just starts muttering prayers under his breath. His muck is
Good.
backing
We
off.
should all probably say prayers. And as I say that, my tattoos start to really dimly start glowing. I'm gonna walk over to this shade and see if I can break it off.
Okay, to break it off, yeah, make a strength check for me.
Like slips out of
22.
Theodard's hands. He's like, "Wait, no."
Ah. You just walk up to it and like it's padlocked over, but you pretty much you just kind of swing your arms around after grabbing it, and it slams the chains off their hinges and also opens up the trapdoor in the process, leading into stairs that seem to go down.
I believe we should enter this and finish what this man here is too weak to finish.
Is there a skeleton in there?
No, there is no skeleton.
All right. Okay. I trust you. But I swear to God, if there's a fucking skeleton, I'm gonna shit myself.
If there is a skeleton, then I will also do that.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Zu'roth. I will follow you down there and we will smite whatever this is.
I never had any doubt with you. I'm gonna start heading down the stairs. I'm just gonna like click my fingers and a little ball of like light is going to appear there as I cast a light spell.
Okay. Cool. So you kind of illuminate the chamber from within, and as you enter, who is entering? Is that everyone, or is Theodard just not going in?
Theodard's going in apprehensively. He's gonna use the brave feature that halflings get and be like, "All right, okay, you can do this. You can do this. There's not gonna be any skeletons. It's not a skeleton. It's not a skeleton." And then kind of start walking down.
Okay. So I will drag everyone on over, and I'll tell you what you see. So you notice that this undercroft has some rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. You also catch a glimpse of a gaunt shape in the far corner that is illuminated quite well by Zu'roth's light spell that he's casted into the chamber. They seem very skinny, unhealthily so. They have calloused hands that are cracked open, and the entire skin is very pale and cracked open. They have some long, very greasy hair, and they seem to wear some level of old white but now stained brown garments. And this is the figure that is in the corner of the room, which is a great photo if you ask me.
Oh.
Immediately backs right up to the far wall.
Dear God,
Hello.
all right.
He points over towards Lanatu. I can smell your blood. I can smell it.
I'm quite certain that you're not all right.
Trent's going to walk over slowly, just trying to say shush, it's okay.
No, it's not. It's really not. Father has starved me for months. I have gone with nothing. Nothing.
Do not worry, child. I believe you are cursed. But we may yet
That's the
find
word.
a way to break this. Do not
We can
panic.
help you.
Yeah, you can. I can smell your blood. So close.
Then you know my blood would be no good for you.
He sniffs a bit more. No, no good. No good at all. No.
Then take
Everyone
my
else
hand.
is succulent. I'll do no such thing. No.
Zu'roth, I'm getting a little bit concerned. Mostly because they keep saying they can smell my blood. I don't
Just
like
as I
that.
believed. This man, Trent, you can confirm. I believe you are to be a vampire, Thrall.
I'd imagine he would be.
You have been bitten
I
by
don't.
a beast, a horror.
No. No. Nothing of the sort. Yes. Yes, I have. I need blood. Come on. Come on. Please.
You have been starved for too long. I fear you cannot control your urges to just feast.
I would like to cast Entangle on them.
Okay. So what happens is you cast Entangle then? What does it look like? What happens?
So huge blades of grass and weeds start sprouting out of the floor and walls around them, and they start to wrap around them. And
Okay.
they need to succeed a strength saving throw.
Got it. So that strength saving throw is going to be a 10, which I believe fails. So as the vines burst from the floor and encircle him completely, no! He just gets enclosed in and starts snapping his teeth at the vines. Let me out! Let me out!
I think it's best not that we don't take our chance with this one.
I agree. I do not believe we as a party can save this man yet. but he is too dangerous to leave.
What do we do with them?
I think we should deal with him.
Deal with me.
I'm gonna
You
walk
can't
over
deal with me.
with Trent, hopefully. And I'm gonna raise my axe and take a swing at him.
Okay. The moment that you start like moving with malicious intent, everyone can place themselves as this is happening. But we, my friends, are going to get into some initiative as he tries to thrash his way out of the entanglement. So let's get that going, shall we? Oh, he got a 21.
Oh no.
Uh, great. Okay. And folks, that will be where we're going to have our break because combat is about to start and I don't want to end mid-combat. It's a bit of an early break, but we are nevertheless going to get into it and we're going to have the first combat of this campaign, technically. What did Lanatu get total?
It was a 5 + 2, so that's a 7 on initiative. I'm not sure how to add it. Sorry.
7.
I'm
got ya.
up first
So,
though, and I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude. So with everyone kind of in place, ready to go, that's where we'll take our break. We're gonna go get a drink, get some stuff sorted out. I will be returning in a couple of minutes to talk to everyone in the chat and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. Bye. Okay, cool. So here I am, yada yada yada. I am on now. Hello, folks. So, we are here in the break. We're gonna be chatting. We've had some activity going on in the chat. I'll kind of read through some of that. I hope guys are enjoying the stream so far. Let me know if you are. And also, constructive criticism is very welcome. Don't you worry. Constructive criticism for me, constructive criticism for the players. They will all take it. and with it, because we are trying to improve, and I am still doing a bunch of things as a DM that I'm not a fan of. So if there's anything cool that you want to let us know about, things that you liked, things that you didn't, tell us. Going to be reading through some of the chat that's been going on in the past hour. So just found your channel today, and I'm really enjoying the content. Excited to see how you run the game. Woo! Thank you. Laura replied to that, but I also wanted to reply to that because that's so cool. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you are enjoying what we're putting out. It is primarily Laura. It's give it all to Laura. I just know the things. I am the archive of knowledge, and I can also perform okay. I can say words fine in comparison. And yeah, I think we take a great amount of pride on everything that we do. If you're tuning in and you've only really watched the stream, check out some of our other stuff as well if you have the time at ever at any point, because we are constantly making new stuff. We have a big upload schedule involving 3 videos a week, and as well as this. So next is Ismark still the Lesser? He still very much is. He's still known as Ismark the Lesser, but now he's Baron Ismark the Lesser. People still don't care for him much. They see him as the shadow of his father, etc., etc., and they're going to be viewing him as that. There's also some stuff to do with the fact that he sieged the castle, and then it didn't work so well afterwards. So that's kind of the justification for other people not being massive fans of him, etc., etc. Not many people like Ismark. We've got my boy Tyler saying kaboom. Hey dude, you enjoying it so far? For those of you watching, we have one of the guys who was actually in the first running of Curse of Strahd that I did in the chat right now. They were playing a gunslinger, and you might see some of the ripples of their actions and the like in the first campaign seep over into the next one. So I'm hyped. Yada yada yada. I'm on FaceTime. We're getting a lot of viewers just from people being in groups with our. We've got some mates on here, so hello, hello. Got Hannah going. Hi. Is Trent Belfont going the 2-lock build? Yeah, that's a I think I watched that as well, and I just realized, yeah, that kind of makes sense now that you mention that. In my campaign, when they meet Rictavio, he's going to talk about past adventures and document the great triumphs of Simon Belmont. That's fun. I like that. Some vampire hunting lore, I suppose. Sweet. I'm enjoying you guys interacting with each other in the chat and the like, even if it's just with Laura. Talk to each other in the chat if you feel like you want to about anything. Leave me questions to read later on. Leave the players questions to read later on. They'll probably answer it in the comments if they can. If not, yada yada yada. We're going to be combating with Doru today, which I'm pretty psyched about. The last party that did that had won primarily because there was a paladin, and this one is primarily going to win because they have a zealot barbarian Aasimar, which is such a lethal combo in Curse of Strahd. You have no idea. They are going to own this fight because, I mean, for one, they've already started with the vampire spawn, Mr. Doru, being completely restrained, which is a bad condition to be in. I'm going to need to look up the specifics of that spell, because I was actually rolling strength saves as they were talking, and I got like a 6 and a 10. I'm going to be privating my GM rolls when I feel like I want to, but if there's like a tense moment where I feel like a public roll might feel more tense and the like, and add to a bit of momentum and the like, then yeah, I'll slap it to public rolling, and you guys will be able to see what number I do. Similar to how Brennan Lee Mulligan handles the Box of Doom in Dimension 20. I kind of got inspired from that. Sorry that the footage is a little bit... my internet is just not good at all. So yeah, apologies to that. Hopefully everything in the stream is going all right. I'm having a blast, especially since from here there is going to be a pretty big combat in terms of the gravity of it, because this is the first one that you guys are going to see. This is the first one that Ryan has been a part of in terms of his character. But yeah, pint glasses. We have a bunch around because used to live in a pub. Oh god, I needed that. A lot of talking for me today, but that's because I don't know. I need to lock dump a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind when one person monologues too much. Our party balance, in case you've noticed, is primarily Ryan and James, who are playing Zu'roth and Theodard, talk a lot. And then Trent and Lanatu are not necessarily like they don't talk, but they just they're happy to sit back in comparison, which is a nice balance in my opinion. 2 and 2, you know. God, these headphones make my ears hurt. How long have I been going with this break? I wonder, because I'm not keeping track, and I probably should. I need to be just as prepared as Laura is all the time, but I'm not. I genuinely debated getting, like, I don't know, fizzy drinks, but they don't do well with the throat. I know because I'm doing a college course for performing arts, so I kind of know how the throat works and the like. Water's always best, folks. Gamer Guy shows just put hello there, Gamer Guy shows. Nice to meet you. Lovely name you've got there. But yeah, speak to the chat and stuff. I'll probably get back to it at some point. If there's a chat entry that at the end of the game I feel like, I don't know, I don't manage to get to because you guys have asked questions through, like, after intermission or the break even. Intermission makes it sound like a TV show. Then I will maybe join the Discord and ask me, and I will respond as quickly as possible. We're very proactive on the Discord. If you want to check it out, it's in the link below, as well as all the other jazz that you need to access everything in the universe. So, yeah, hope you guys tune in. We've got about maybe 30 people in there, a bit less. I'm not sure, but it's quite a nice community. We've got a lot of stuff that you can do there. You can chat to each other and us. There's a place to share art, which people have been doing, which is quite cool. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I am excited for it to get bigger. Yeah, over 30 people, which is crazy. That might include bots and, like, our players, though. I've been watching your Dragon Heist series. Pretty helpful. Thank you, dude. I have Dragon Heist is one of the 2 campaigns I've ever managed to finish, and I feel like was kind of justified, if you know what I mean. In one of my old home games, I rushed the shit out of because I wasn't really feeling it, and I didn't really know how to convey to my players that I just wasn't enjoying the campaign. But yeah. We'll give it a minute or 2 more, maybe. I don't know. It depends when Laura's just going to scream in my ear, Jake, you've been talking for half an hour, for fuck's sake. I am really enjoying this, to be fair, though. I get to, we had an old Out of the Abyss show that I'm not that proud of, and probably Laura isn't that proud of, because it was kind of a shit show overall. The key premise was there. We had everyone there. We had all the face cams on. It just, when applied, didn't seem to fully work, you know. And that wasn't live streamed either, so we couldn't talk to you guys live, etc., etc. You're going to be seeing this background a lot because around this time you're going to see a few set changes. They might go back and forth for a bit because we pre-record stuff. But since we're in lockdown 3 in the UK, we're going to be recording in here. You're going to see a lot of this, and some worse camera quality overall. The general production quality will decline of the videos, but hopefully the moment we can, we're going to get it back up. And yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well. Right, I think that's me done talking. And maybe we'll get back into the game now. I don't know, does that sound good, Laura? Maybe, who knows? Oh. Sweet. All right. Thank you very much for sticking around, guys. And yeah, see you soon.
Okay.
Epic. And back on a pretty good note because we are about to start some big combat. The first combat, some people are itching to get started, I assume. So let's not waste time. Let's get right into it. Doru seems to be absolutely rabidly trying to shift against all of the large vines that he's currently ensnared in, which I believe restrains him, Lanatu. Am I correct in that?
That is correct. He is restrained.
Cool. And they can, he can make like strength checks to get out of that, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So we are going to start with Theodard, who immediately jumps and gets the first action. What are you doing?
Good question. Right. Well, Theodard's gonna immediately kind of like, he really doesn't want to get that close, but he's gonna like kind of jump over to here, and cast. Am I within 30 feet? I don't think I am within 30 feet. I think I'm further than 30 feet. Oh, just out. So I'm gonna move 5 feet closer next to Lanatu and point at the dude. Like after sort of cutting my finger on a banjo string, and cast Bane at first level. What about? Oh,
Combat's got to a great start.
where's Jake gone? Oh no, is Jake gone?
No, I feel like Jake has gone. Jake has left. He's had enough.
I think it's
of
just
this.
Jake. Yeah, Jake had enough. He was like, "Oh god damn it, he's cast Bane. Oh no, oh no."
So.
Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, guys, where we have technical issues every now and then. Like all people, we're not perfect, so.
Well, some of us are. James,
Well,
you perfect son of a gun.
don't flatter me like that. Oh. Well, yeah. So, what do we do whilst Jake's gone?
I know. Why don't you guys ask us any sort of question in the comments so we could answer?
Yeah, well,
whilst in the middle of combat. Oh Jesus! The people don't want to see me.
sure. Okay. All right. Okay. So what am I doing? Yep. Hopefully it'll be the right way. Ooh, hold on. Give me a moment. Oh, hello. Give me a moment here. I think my camera itself. All right, this is a rather interesting series of events. It appears that Jake has disappeared, and for a moment, I'm going to be here, just sort of like checking chat every now and then, just to sort of check in on you guys, see what's happening. We didn't really expect this to happen, so this is a bit of a bizarre series of events. Let's see who's in chat with us today. Someone give us a hello. Someone give us a quick hello. See here. My Twitch chat's also like rather delayed at the moment, so we might not get the comments straight away, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall hope. We shall pray. And hopefully something will come up. But if not, what I will say is, yeah, hi guys. So I'm myself a quick introduction. I'm James. I'm playing Theodard, the at the moment rather timid halfling bard. For context, oh, hold on. I'm getting a message. Apparently, Jake's back. Right as I started, so great. Yeah, I think the combat's about to start again in a moment, so we'll see you guys momentarily. See you in a sec.
Epic.
Hey, at least they're watching.
Internet cut out.
Yep.
Okay. Are we ready now again?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yep.
Well, we were always ready.
Ready.
No, but like, has Laura pressed the button again? Is she? Are we back? Thank you. Hello. I apologize. This may become a regular thing. For some reason, my internet turned off for about 3 minutes. Anyway, Theodard was just about to cast the best spell in the game, Bane. So I was about to ask him what it looks like when he does it.
So kind of like strum like a really discordant chord on the banjo. None of the notes really resonate with each other, and as I do so, I kind of like cut my hand on the string, sort of like running it down and being like, shit. And a little bit of the blood trickles out and goes towards the interesting individual in the corner.
Okay, they're like screaming and thrashing in this entanglement, and as this small curse travels across the room towards them, they are afflicted with it, and then immediately the rage overcomes them, and they are not baned. They got a 15 on their save.
Rig. With that, I'm then going to come over to here and end my turn.
Okay, got it. Now we are onto the vampire spawn. So as they're continuing to thrash, what do they need to do to get out of this entanglement? What do they need to just make strength checks, or what?
They
What's
need
happening here?
to make a strength check. Sorry, no. It can use its action to make a strength check against my spell save DC, which is 14.
Okay, I'm gonna make this public because this is a big roll, and if he fails it, then he's fucked. So we'll figure out what happens. 5.
Yes.
As the vampire spawn is just writhing. No! I'll take you! I'll take you all! He's like thrashing full on and is still stuck in there. That, I believe, is going to... Yep, that's his turn. What a good spell for this situation. My god. Zu'roth, you're up.
Zu'roth's gonna calmly walk over to him and just say, "I will pray for you, my child." And then he's gonna take a big old swing with his axe whilst raging.
Okay. What does it look like when he rages?
He's just going to start muttering in Celestial, and his tattoos will start glowing.
Hell yes. Okay, go ahead. You'll have advantage because they are restrained. Well, 19 hits, but just roll again just in case. I should probably put something that
Better.
shows that. Hold up. Ooh. Yeah, 21 hits. Roll that damage for me.
One-handed. That is 5 plus 2, so 7 plus 7 radiant damage. So 14 damage.
And then, so what does it look like as you do this then? Like, what sort of effect is there?
As he's just going to walk over to him and he's going to just lift his axe and just like try and bury it in his chest. Trying to end it quickly,
And it
as he
kind of like
thinks it will.
gleams with divine light as you do so, and you slam it into the center of the chest and it buries deep, and then you withdraw, and the curse is also a blessing in some ways, since he has managed to take that with little to no regard. Okay.
Zu'roth's going to look puzzled and end his turn there.
Got it. Lanatu, you're still concentrating on the entangle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and throw it at them.
Nice. Little flame appears in your hand, hovers there for a second, and then you throw it. Roll to hit for me, please, with advantage, because he's restrained.
19.
19 hits. Roll that damage.
Awesome. 1d8. 7 fire damage.
Okay, I like it. The fire slams perfectly so that it wouldn't singe up the entangle spell that you currently have surrounding him. It burns away at some of his thick skin. Okay. For the duration, difficult terrain, so keep in mind that corner. Sorry, I'm just reading the spell. Okay, got you. So I also forgot to mention, Zu'roth, as your axe penetrated the skin, like I accidentally narrated it pretty close, but in terms of mechanics, resistant to that slashing damage that you did. Okay, sweet. Is that your turn, Lanatu?
It's my turn.
All right, on to Trent. You're up.
Trent's just going to walk over here and cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So- Like you see his shadow disappear and sort of crawl across the floor over to this vampire and sort of surround it in a black aura.
Oh, that's cool as shit. Okay, what else are you doing?
I will then take out my trusty whip and give her a nice little attack.
Okay, roll with advantage. 16.